Good, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Rattlers. It is a little bit after 12, so we're going to get this party started. I want to welcome all of you who took the time to come out. Is it raining yet? Not yet. Okay. But who took the time to come out this morning in the expectation of rain in a minute to help us kick off the month of February, which is also National Heart Month. And in addition to National Heart Month, it is the Love Month. Okay? So we welcome all of you online also, and thank you so much for joining in to be part of our group each Wednesday. On that note, I want to give a shout out to our regular watcher down in Miami, Mrs. Denise Bendros. She sent us a very nice message last week. So hello, Miss Bendros. And hello, Miss Nora. We miss you. Okay. And everybody else watching, thanks. Okay. All right. We want to take a minute as we kick off this month to celebrate our February birthdays. So, all the people born in the month of February, stop eating for a quick minute and come up here. Put a napkin over your plate. Since this is my month, I'm going to take the privilege of inviting you all to come up and share my birthday with me. Okay? Not my day, but my month. Okay? I know it's Will, but Tina, take a minute. Come on. I know Wilbur, Tina, and who else? Clark and Norwood is not here today. Any, okay, I'm gonna stay here. Anybody else born in February? Miss Nora James? Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, come on this time. Y'all sing happy birthday to us. Stand on the other side. Stand on the other. No, you can't block me. Don't block me right there. Oh, 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 okay. That's my birthday person also. Okay. All right, we're gonna take a quick picture for our birthday baby. February. That was a sad song, y'all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now that we have that out of the way, okay. All right. Eddie when used to always start with a joke or a story, and sometimes the stories were true, and sometimes they weren't quite so true. But today I have a true story, a true tennis story. Okay. When we first bought our house about some 50 years ago, we bought a house right down the street from the community center that had a tennis court and a golf course and all of that. So, Al, we thought we had arrived, when we, 50 years ago, we had arrived, right? Okay, so I went out and bought tennis rackets for us and bought a little can of balls. And so one afternoon, we strolled up to to the tennis court with our tennis rackets and the balls. And we hit a couple balls around back and forth. We didn't know that there were rules and points. you know, we just see people hitting balls on TV. So we hit a couple balls back and forth. And if you all know, those of you who knew Eddie Jackson, you know that after 5 or 10 minutes of that, that was it for him. He was not too much an outdoor person. Okay, so we went back, and every time we drove past the center, I would always say to him, we need to go back and play tennis again. And each time he said, "You go right ahead." So after a couple of times, we didn't ever get back on the tennis court. So, but then I would walk past the rackets, and they was looking at me saying, "I want to go outside and play." I go, "Okay." So I called my BFF, and I said, "Well, let's go out and play some tennis. I got these tennis rackets." And back then, she said, "Well, we can go out to Rickers." Because back then you could go on the school campuses after class. She said nobody will see us, so we went out there and hit a couple balls. And after a couple weeks, that was the end of that tennis. So I think I finally gave the rackets to my daughter or somebody when they were in a tennis class. It didn't ever occur to me I should have gotten in a class. But anyway, that's my tennis story. So now I know that anybody else out here ever played tennis? Oh, Wilbur, Harry, um, James. So um, uh, Ansley. Oh, okay. Oh, Tommy. Oh, we got a lot of tennis players in here. Okay. But now let me introduce you to some real tennis people. Okay. We are fortunate to have. So, how many still playing tennis now? Tommy, you still playing? Oh, okay, good. All right. Oh, Vaughn playing? Oh, well, Tommy, we'll let you share that story a little bit later. He said you have a story about Althea Gibson.
Okay. Okay, we live in good bread quarters. For those of you from Tallahassee don't know, Frenchtown stops on Brevard Street. And from Brevard on, you got good bread in Springfield. But anyway, in good bread quarters where Lincoln High School, the cemetery is, there was a park there. And Althea Gibson was the playground teacher at that park. That's how we all met her.
Oh,
We didn't know who she was then, but she was there.
all right. Thanks so much for sharing that. Okay. So he learned from a real pro.
Hold on now,
Uh,
Miss Jackson. I got one more. We have one more.
Okay, on Althea Gibson. She, my cousin Jeanette Quarterman, and Christine Fed were the three tallest women at FAMU back in the early 50s. Althea used to come to our house. And like Tommy said, she was our playground teacher. Now they call it directors. I was a little boy. My brother was real small. We were the water boys. We would carry, it was no ice water, and she practiced over at Lee Park, which is the best tennis courts in Tallahassee, Florida right now. It's no paperwork, so we can't get nothing documented. But Althea was there, and my brother and I would take ice water to her to practice. Right there, Good Bread, Lee Park, whatever you want to call it. I was over there the other day, and they're cleaning up those courts. They're concrete courts. And when they done the documentary on Althea a couple of years ago, Eddie mentioned it. I told him about it, and the lady got in touch with me, and we went over there and they saw the courts. Yeah, but Althea, shucks, I was a little bitty boy when.
Okay, thanks so much for sharing that. That's so appropriate for Tommy and Boss Man because that's a good Black History moment. Okay, so thank you both so much for sharing that. Yes.
One thing you forgot to tell you though, we didn't play no tennis. We took them nets down. That was our skating rink.
I noticed his hand didn't go up as somebody who previously played. Okay. All right. We are so fortunate today to have with us Coach Rochelle Houston and two young ladies from the tennis team. So let's welcome them. They will share their experiences and all the good things about tennis at FAMU.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Again, I want to thank Mrs. Jackson for reaching out to us for us to come out here and speak about our tennis program. And I want to thank you guys. Ever since I've been here, y'all have supported us with donations or even coming out there and seeing us play here or away matches. So I definitely appreciate everything that y'all do for us and the athletic program. So appreciate it. I brought here Reagan Harris and Genesis Whitelock. They are my seniors here. I'm going to have them come up and speak to you guys in a few minutes. But before then, I just want to give you a recap of how we did last year and then how we're going to be doing this year. All right. So last year we went 6-2 in the SWAC conference, and then we was fortunate enough to win the championship of the SWAC this year. Appreciate it. It was definitely a stressful year. We only had 6 players on the team, and if you know tennis, we have six matches, 6 single matches, and then we have 3 doubles. And if one person is down from injury or sick, we're already down a point. And so these young ladies stuck with it during the injuries and played through it. But I made sure this year that we would have more than 6 players for sure. That stressed me out as a coach. So we definitely brought in 5 new players. We had 4 returning. We had 2 that graduated. And so we're definitely excited for this year that's coming up. When we got back here, I'm glad y'all brought up about Thea Gibson. We had the opportunity to go to the U.S. Open in New York during the 75th Thea Gibson celebration as a team. We want to thank again USTA and Sean Holcomb for getting us up there. And during that time, we did a tennis clinic. While we was there, we was able to hit on Arthur Ashe Stadium for Kids Day. I had one of my former players who works for the USTA. She gave us a VIP tour with the players. So we got to see some players, got to see matches. It was exciting, definitely a great experience for them to go up there and be part of that celebration. So that was an awesome opportunity for my former players and then for my new players to come. And so when we got back, we went ahead and started playing tournaments to see where we are. And then for the end of that semester, not only did they do well on the court, but off the court, we had the highest GPA with a 3.7 in athletics. So they not only can play well, they are also smart.
All right. All right.
All right. But I also told them 3.7 is still too low. We got to get that a little higher. I know the other teams are looking, trying to get us, but we ain't gonna let that happen. So we've already played 3 matches. We went down to Fort Myers and played for the Gulf Coast, and we also played Middle Tennessee, and then we had a home match against Mercer this past Tuesday, which was definitely cold. And we had a lot of support, so we appreciate that everybody that came out to support it, because I didn't think we were gonna have anybody out there, but we had a crowd, so thank you for that. And what's coming up, we're going to Orlando to play against Edward Waters at the USTA campus in Orlando at 11 o'clock, and then we'll do a kids clinic after that, and then we'll go over to Stetson and DeLand and play them. That's a makeup match from this past weekend. So we're making up that match. Our next home match will be against Georgia State, March the 1st, around 10 o'clock. So if you guys can come out and support, that'll be greatly appreciated. All right, so that being said, I'm gonna have these young ladies come up, and like I said, these young ladies has been part of our program these last 3 years. Well, this going on their 4th year, and they have been part of the championship 3 straight years. So they've been freshman of the year. They have been on SWAC first team, and they've been part of the all tournament team. I think probably all 3 years that they've been here. So they have been a big portion of our success here at Florida A&M. And I do want to mention, also been a big part, he wasn't able to make it, was our assistant coach, Earl Wade. He has a full-time job over the pharmacy department. So definitely want to mention him as well. So ladies, you want to come up?
Not really.
Uh, Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Reagan Harris, and I'm a senior health science scholar here on the tennis team. Oh, my apologies. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Hi everyone, my name is Genesis Whitelock and I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. My major is political science with a minor in pre-law, and I'm also a senior.
I came to FAMU because I kind of wanted a change of scenery. As I said, I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina, so I grew up around A&T my whole life, and I had I had a lot of family members go there, but when I came to FAMU for my visit, I kind of knew it was the right fit for me, not only academically, but also athletically. And I really like the coaching staff here as well. So, yeah, that's how I ended up here. I would say my most memorable experience was probably freshman year when we won the championship, just because that was my first year here, and then to clinch the championship kind of meant a lot to me. And also that season we went undefeated in the SWAC, so that was probably the most memorable moment here at FAMU for me. The the most disappointing memory was probably losing in the finals sophomore year, just because we were right there. Like, we lost by one match, so that was pretty disappointing. But looking back, I mean, we still made it to the championship, so we should still be proud of that. But it's disappointing to lose in the finals like that, and to be looking back these years and be like, well, we could have had 3 rings, but it's okay. I'm sorry?
Who was your mentor coming up?
Just like tennis wise. Um, I would say, well, my dad is the one that got me started playing tennis, so I'm definitely very grateful for that. And he's been there every step of the way, as long as, I mean, as well as my mom. So I would say they're really good mentors for me, even if they're not necessarily tennis coaches. They think they are, but you know, I'm very grateful to have them. After after I graduate, I plan to go home and then take some prerequisite courses for physician assistant school and then apply the next cycle.
I first got to FAMU because, it was close to home. I had other offers elsewhere, but because I'm from St. Petersburg, it's only a 4-hour drive, and, especially my freshman year, I was able to keep coming from and go back here, so, it was the best option. My most memorable experience would probably be, obviously winning SWAC those 2 years that we did win. Um, Freshman year we went undefeated, and that was probably one of the best experiences. Like, not everyone can say that they went undefeated, but we did. So, just bouncing off what you said. Same thing. Most disappointing was definitely that second year, losing that finals. We were right there. We knew everything that we needed to do, and it just came down to a moment of pressure. And um, me and another person were the final matches. So losing that kind of it was disappointing, really disappointing. But the next year we got back together and we decided to take care of business. So
And be the same team.
and be the same team. Experienced, sorry. My most memorable experience at FAMU in general, probably, I think my first year, when I was a freshman, I went to homecoming. That was really memorable for me. So it was really, really cool, seeing the game, seeing all the events, and, it's not something I really expected, but it was more and beyond. So it was really memorable. After graduation, I plan to study for the LSAT and hopefully get into law school for January. So those are my goals.
Oh, so much. Are there general questions? Y'all up for a couple questions?
Jerry, does either one of them have aspiration of playing professionally?
Currently I do not. If that, appears later, then I might consider it, but I kind of want to focus on my career outside of tennis after I graduate.
I played one tournament last year, a futures event, and I'm open to playing a little bit after I finished doing the LSAT. That's a possibility, but like Reagan said, law school's hard, so I gotta really focus on that too. So
Good afternoon. Who is your favorite professional player in women's tennis?
I I don't have I don't have a favorite current player, but I would say all time is Serena.
I would say mine would be Naomi Osaka, just because she's also does really well representation of the Black community, but also she's also half Asian as well. So I'm also half Black and half Asian, so I really look up to her. And then I also met her at the U.S. Open, and she seemed like a very lovely person. So,
How good is your serve? I'm sure you know among the pros, that's one of the most important things now. And unfortunately, that's what's hurting Coco, of course. So it it's really important to have a great server. That's really what made Serena so great, and really hurts. My favorite has always been Venus, but the serve hurt her a lot, and so it is important you have a great serve. So anyway, make a long story short, how good is your serve?
Uh, right now, honestly, it could be better. Well, it can always be better, but I would say it's decent. Compared to professionals, but right now it does what it needs to do, I guess.
Okay.
What's your name?
To be honest, it depends on the day. Could have good days, bad days, but my serve is probably, I would say, one of my best shots. I don't know. This is kind of a question for coach, I think. So, yeah. So when on the days that it's working, it's a good day. But
That's a good day.
on days it doesn't work, it's
Okay.
not a good day for me because I depend on my serve. So,
Okay. When it's working, it's working.
Do we have questions for Coach?
Any online? Any- I'll be the road.
Coach Houston, the people online are noticing your nice ring. A lot of them are commenting on your championship ring. Hold that ring up.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
And also why she's up there, and she didn't say it, and it's not normally in her bio. But Coach Houston, when she played at FAMU, she's in the Hall of Fame as a tennis player, but she's also in the ranking of the top 50 MEAC women's tennis players of all time. We got two rattlers on that list. The other one is Rachel Pye, a young lady she recruited and coached.
Thank you.
You have enough storage, or enough space for the trophy this year?
Yes, for right now, but we're definitely want to expand. We're definitely looking forward for this year, and we're expecting to hopefully bring back the championship again this year.
What are the teams to worry about in this way?
For me, it's always everybody. You don't want to slip up, but we've faced Alabama State a couple of times in the championship, Jackson State, Southern, and Alabama A&M, just to name a few of the ones that we usually battle against.
Coach,
Yes, ma'am.
will you be able to share your schedule with us on a poster? And because I'm from DeLand, Florida,
Okay.
and we also have a FAMU alumni
Yes, ma'am.
chapter there,
Yes, ma'am.
and we'd like our people from that area to come there and support you at that time.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Yes, ma'am.
if you can get us a
I'll definitely do
printed
that.
schedule or the poster,
I
that
definitely
would
do
be
that.
helpful.
Yes, ma'am. Last time we went down to DeLand, the alumni chapter came out and supported us and gave us stuff. So we appreciate them, and we will be coming back this Sunday. So, but I will get that scheduled to you
And you're saying you'll be there this Sunday?
this Sunday,
Okay.
and we play at 10 o'clock. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Again, thank you everybody for having us.
You're not finished yet. Okay, so I need y'all to come around front.
Jerry, another birthday boy came in the house.
Clarky Norwood, I know. Clarky, welcome. February. Oh, and also February birthdays. We have something special for you over there on the table. So Miss Evelyn will get that for you. Just see her before you leave and get birthday tokens. Okay. I'm going to invite today these former tennis players to come up for this presentation. These old time tennis players, Wilbur and Tommy and James Jackson and somebody. Oh, Zach Ansley, he left.
My best shot is the top spin. I mean top spin.
Anybody else that pretend they play tennis in the day? Okay.
Pretend we play 5 days a week. What you talking about?
Oh, really? Okay.
We go 5 days a week.
Okay. All right. Okay. On behalf of the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club, we want to present to our speakers for the day a certificate that says presented to Reagan Harris, speaker at the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club Luncheon Incorporated weekly luncheon, Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. Reagan Harris.
Thank you.
The, the same thing for Miss Genesis Whitelock. Uh, Certificate of Appreciation presented to Genesis Whitelock, speaker at the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club Incorporated weekly luncheon, Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. Okay. Now, let's say, don't go. James Matthews. Come on.
James giving up. He's giving up money today.
Okay, James, on behalf of the, come on.
I'm good. He tried to play. He tried to play tennis too, but he don't want to. He was out there on the tennis court with us.
Okay, on behalf of the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club Incorporated, we would like to present to the tennis team, Coach Houston and team, a little token of $1,500 for your use of to improve whatever needs to be improved in the tennis area. Okay? So thank you so much for coming and so much for being a part of representing FAMU.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Hold it up a little bit so they can see it online. There we go. Perfect.
Two.
Thank you.
Charity. Charity.
Thank you for having me.
Charity.
Oh, Mrs. Jerry.
I should say.
They normally have all of the board members come up, so board members come on up. Come on quickly. Board members.
Coach, somebody asked me, said you played 3 matches, what's your record? I told him you played out of office right now.
Okay.
Where are the other young ladies that was here that was wearing black? Huh? Who the other two ladies that
That to you, please, boy. They'll catch up.
Okay, moving right along. The tennis team has practice at 1:30, so we will excuse them to go and thank them so much for coming. All right, so moving right along now, I'm going to introduce at this time the number one FAMU cheerleader and president of the FAMU Boosters Incorporated, Dr. Zachary Ansley, for the sports update.
You gonna do what now?
Good afternoon,
Syrup.
ladies and gentlemen. Let me make a little correction. Dr. Ansley is my wife. I'm just Zach. Yeah, Dr. Thyra Green. She doesn't like using that term, doctor, unless she's in the company of educational folks. But anyway, sports update. The Rattler basketball team played on the road last week. The men's basketball team played at Alabama State in Huntsville on last Saturday, and we went down in defeat 65-72. A thrilling game, but we just kind of lost it at the end. We also played on Monday at Alabama State, and again we suffered a heartbreaking loss at 66-79. This week we will be on Saturday. The men's basketball team will play Texas Southern here at Lawson Stadium, and I encourage all of you all to come out. We need a thriving, loud fan base to cheer the Rattlers on. We'll be playing Texas Southern at 6 o'clock. That game will be televised on SWAC TV. And on Monday, the 9th of February, we will play, the men will play also Prairie View here, and that game also will be on SWAC TV. So we definitely need your support at those games loudly. As they say, just act up, but be nice. The women's team last week traveled on the road. On Thursday, they played at Alabama State, where they lost 64-65. And on Saturday, they lost to Alabama A&M 50-63. They too will be playing here in Tallahassee tomorrow night. The women will play Prairie View at the Al Lawson Center at 6:30. That game will be on SWAC TV for those of you in our listening audience. And on Saturday, the 7th, the ladies will play here at Al Lawson Center, and we will be playing Texas Southern. I got some affinity for Texas Southern, but not that much. Those are the updates, and I forgot. Oh no, well, tennis is already. You've already been told about the tennis upcoming games, and our track team will be traveling. I told you last week. Our track team will be traveling up to Cole, Chicago this week, and somebody say if they can get there. That's true. We'll be playing the Windy City Invitational, and that game will be on Friday at 8 o'clock a.m. Or that meet will start at 8 o'clock a.m. And I believe that the women are there too. Let me just make sure. Yes, the women will also be there in the Windy City. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to, these meets, of course, track meets aren't normally televised because it's almost an all-day event. But just keep the Rattlers in your heart, all right? And I've got the other information I wanted to share with you is the FAMU Women's Basketball Alumni Weekend is scheduled for February 20th and February 21st versus Alabama State. On Friday, February 20th, there will be an open practice for from 3 p.m. on that Friday to 5 p.m. and an alumni social at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Gaither's Gym. Now, that open practice, I know Tommy Mitchell is a Hall of Famer here at FAMU and basketball player. But Tommy, I want you to attend, but you might not be allowed to play in the open tournament because Selvin Cobb is going to take your place. Saturday, February 21st, the team is going to have from 10:30 to 11:45, a team shoot around, and on 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., we're going to just whoop up on Alabama State. Those are the news from Lake Wobegon, and I hope that you all enjoyed these little updates. Continue to support the FAMU Boosters and, of course, the 220 Quarterback Club, and all organizations that are providing financial support, spiritual support for the Rattlers. We thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Ansley. All right, a couple announcements. There is extra food today, so anybody wanting any extra food to go, feel free to go and make your plate and take with you, since our crowd is fairly slim today. Other announcements? We want to also thank you for your support of the Restore the Strike. As of yesterday, there was a total of 320,000 plus, okay, that was raised for that. So they went over. That was the first phase, was expected to be 250,000, but they went over 320 plus, okay? So thank all of you for your support of that, and you can still donate, okay? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks again for coming, and we will look forward to having you next week when our guest will be Coach Yukon Vilmas and the SWAC Championship, volleyball team. So that will be our guest for next week. All right. Thanks again, and have a great day. Okay.